Tube lights, or as Americans say, tube lights, have been around for a long time now. It's been over 8 or 9 years since the first Astera Titans appeared. Then you had your Quasars, all of which I've used and really liked. But it is only recently that entry-level tube lights became really, really good. Today we're looking at the Generay. This is the PX edition RGB tube lights. And I thought I would take another look at some of the ways that you can use these lights to light an environment or light your actors really time and cost efficiently by incorporating them into the environment. The Generay PXs come in 1 foot, which I'm using as a uplight here, the 2 foot that you see here, and the 4 foot, which I have as a purple backlight. They are RGB pixel independent, meaning that you can put cool patterns and effects on them. And most interestingly for independent filmmakers, they are very cheap. The 2 foot is only about $150. The 4 foot is only just over $200. It means for under $1,000, you can get a whole array of these things and light your entire scene, all of which can then be controlled from your phone. The big advantage of lights like this is that you don't need to camouflage them to look like something else. They look just like the fluorescent tubes that you have in most houses and offices. So you can get away with much more, get the light much closer to your subject without it looking like you're in a movie. Because they run for quite a long time on batteries and they're controllable through the app via Bluetooth, you can tape them or mount them into the ceiling and just sort of leave them there as you go about setting up your scene. In this video, I'm going to go through the 3 top ways that I like to use these lights to light a good looking scene very, very quickly, very, very easily. Scenario 1. If you have light colored walls, you can place these lights on a shelf, on a bench, even on the floor, and use the width of the light and the brightness of the light to illuminate that whole wall. That turns your wall into your key light. This is really great for bookshelves when you have white walls, backgrounds where you want to throw a wash of light over something. You can have the light in shot and it just looks like kind of avant-garde home decorating. The second way I like to use these lights is by mounting them via either magnets or screws or gaffer tape to the existing ceiling, behind beams, or just directly onto the ceiling to light your shot. You can flag them off the background with a piece of gaffer tape or black cardboard. But most of the time, if you have enough distance between your subject and the background, you can just use them bare. If you pull out and see them in the wide shot, they're just a light on the ceiling. You can stack them into a couple of lights if you need more output. But really, you can't go wrong. This is the laziest way to get a good looking scene really, really quickly without setting up a single stand. Scenario 3 is more eligible for the small 1 foot lights, but you can place them inside existing light fixtures when you just need a little extra push towards your subject without blowing out the fixture. This is especially good for desk lamps or overhead lights with shades. You can just put a couple of these in the light at full power to get way more output than you would get from a regular bulb. And like before, you can dim to taste while looking through your camera monitor using the app. That is my look at how to use the Generay PX RGB series tube lights to level up your cinematography. They're available exclusively from B&H in the link in the description. If you want to dive deeper into cinematography, I have a ton of courses on my Canon Masterclass site, including cinematography for directors, outdoor cinematography using natural light, and the cinematography and the cinematic lighting masterclass. Check them out at canonmasterclass.com. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.